Welcome back to Momentous Rebels coverage from Adepticon 2025. This is going to be Heat 2, Round 1 of the World Championships. You're going to be watching Charles, also known as Spitfire, versus Robert. Charles is going to be playing Darth Vader, Emperor's Servant, and Iden Versio, versus Robert, who's playing General Obi-Wan Kenobi and Clone Sergeant Hunter. The full description of the list will be, our full description, in the description will be the full army list for you to review. They're going to be playing on shifting priorities, so let's go ahead and jump on into the action. All right, yeah, looking at basically the first reveal here is Gideon on Charles' side here. So Charles definitely going with Gideon. Pretty. And it looks like we're going to have a move action here just to kind of get Gideon up. I mean, not the best activation, but again, it's always good to get your scouts moving forward so that you can get that Gideon dice really where you want it to be. So it looks like he's going to move, do a covert operation so he can sit there and climb up the ladder to get right next to that point, being at within range 1 of the egress point, obviously. And then looking to see probably if he's got a shot, and it looks like he is definitely within range. And the camera angles can definitely play a little bit with what we can see and everything like that. So it might be out. So lately I had determined that he is outside of range, and so basically just takes cover and gets that hunker. Basically taking the front, so controlling the middle point and the bottom right. So the bottom on the left-hand side and the top on the right are your two actives, and of course with shifting priorities, the 3 down the middle. All right, so has control of 2 points. Of course, first player does not score. And Commandos is the reveal for Robert. Kind of looking to see where the best way to go with these guys are. Of course, they do have scale, so they can just go ahead and do a scale, but as much that doesn't. A climb action scale is going to be about the same thing. There is a ladder if you wanted to try and get up. Might be looking. I mean, it might be ideal to go with them, just to sit there and get onto that bottom center point, because then you can definitely get up there. Maybe put a couple shots into Gideon, trying to work on putting a little bit of damage into him. So it's a move action, takes the one kind of up the center there.
I am interested to see how Republic Commandos do in this matchup, because I haven't seen a lot of them lately.
And then a climb action as well. Looking to see if he can spend a force. It looks like he's not really too concerned about going on to another point. Okay, so it looks like he's just going to start with an attack here.
Let's see. I have to actually look up the Republic Commandos
so
on that tree.
Pretty rough roll there for Gideon. 4 fails, 2 expertise, 1 block.
Oof.
Yeah, kind of brutal.
That is not what you want to see in your first combat.
Yeah, looking at 2 crits and a strike, basically being able to go through on this one. So 3 down the tree with the first attack by the Commandos.
Definitely a good start from there.
So 3 damage, pin strain onto Hask, healing the strain.
Makes sense.
Healing the pin, so keeping the strain. Again, the roll a little bit better here. 3 fails, 3 expertise on that.
More expertise this time.
More expertise this time, yeah, definitely a little bit better. Only the 1 crit going through, so that's definitely worthwhile there.
Yeah, so just going to be 2 more damage.
Mm-hmm. So 5 damage total, able to heal that other strain based off of the expertise. So just 5 damage. Not too, coming away pretty healthy after all things said and done.
Yeah, it's hard to keep conditions on Gideon.
But yeah, overall looking great. I mean, a pretty decent activation, and then they do end up moving the Commandos over onto that point.
Yeah,
I don't think they actually even got all the way over there. Like, yeah, just out of range 2, so not necessarily able to secure that point. So only securing the 1 point, scoring just 1 on the one struggle on the struggle tracker, 1 cube on the struggle tracker. So yeah, it's like I said, this is a tough one. You really kind of don't want to let it slip away from you, and only scoring 1 when you don't have priority can be a little brutal.
Yeah. This is definitely going to be a tough start.
Yeah, and definitely, and Charles automatically pulls the ISF. I mean, which means that he's going to be able to move forward and basically put a couple shots into those Commandos. So the Commandos might be in a little bit of danger right now.
Yeah, this is where you're going to see that low health pool. Even with protection, we've learned while they can hit pretty good, that they can't necessarily take a hit.
Yeah, it's still pretty rough for them, but I mean we'll see what happens. I mean, and the ISF, like, they do hit pretty hard. Gideon's right there now, so they're gonna get that strike that's just gonna be thrown into there. So, yep,
That's what you expect. Focus sharpshooter attack.
Yep. So he would have spent he spent the force to basically covert operations in. So we're looking at 3 blocks, 2 expertise on the defensive roll. Couple of different fails there, but he does convert to, looks like, 2 crits and a strike from his expertise plus the other strike. So it looks like he's probably gonna block. Yeah, 5 blocks is gonna block all of those. You're gonna get just the crits to go through. So it looks like 2 crits going through with the first attack by the ISF.
Yeah, so it looks like it's probably gonna be 2 damage and a pin. We'll see. That's what Jake's here for.
Yeah, I mean, we'll decide which. But if you're only going 2 down, it's going to be 2 damage and a pin no matter what.
And then.
And again, well, 2 fails here. 3 expertise is going to basically give you a couple more blocks. But a good offensive roll here. Looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So
yeah, this one's gonna go further down.
Yeah, much farther down with this ISF. You're looking like what, 5 down the tree? So it should be the full tree. It looks like.
Yeah, I don't think the Republic Commandos are coming out of this.
Oh no, here we go. Yeah, 5 down the tree.
Yeah, so that's gonna be like another 7 or 8 damage, depending on what you're out.
And with their protection, so I mean, they should have only taken 1 in the first.
Yep. Wounded pin strain.
Yeah, and then that pin did another damage there. So definitely a wounded. And using their ability, the hunker ability to basically remove the pin and the strain. So basically, they will just be wounded. Don't need to worry about that when they stand back up. But your coordinated fire now is a little more.
Although, to be fair, the Republic Commandos, they just do the damage with their coordinated fire. So, I mean, it's nice when you can get it, but it's not as impactful as, say, when your ARFs go down and you're like, oh, now do I really want that exposed.
Right. And of course, now moving on to that point at the bottom to secure that now. Yep, Iden identity to get onto that point. So now you're scoring 3 points. And Robert's really going to have to he's going to have a pretty impactful activation here on his next activation, or else he's really going to be hurting, falling too far behind. So because we score 3 points by Charles here, moving it 2 down there. So with still only having 1 point, he's really going to have to get something going. Now he has Hunter. Hunter is a pretty decent pull here.
Yeah, with his double attack, and he's got a lot of movement.
Double attack, he's able to move one of the batch up. I still don't think he's going to be able to get somebody as far up enough to get to that center top point just by the activation, but at least he can move somebody. That's what he looks like. He's going to send Wrecker up the board, which makes sense. You want that wrecker bubble pretty far forward. You want him in the center so that he can give that protection steadfast bubble that he gives.
And you can definitely see why Charles wanted to start on that side of the table, because it's the ingress points on that tower are just a little bit harder to reach for Robert.
Correct. Yeah, they a little bit better to sit there and get on that side of things for sure. Quincy, welcome back, buddy. Glad to see that you're in here.
Hey, hello, Quincy.
Yeah, and again today we will be doing another prize wall giveaway at some point in time, probably later in the day, but we will be doing AMG Atomic Mass Games has donated once per day every item on the prize wall for Shatterpoint, and they will be mailing that out to one winner every day. Dion from one of our listeners and one of the people in chat yesterday was able to win that, so hopefully we'll get some people back now.
Somebody just came over to check out our Momentous Struggle shirts. Just so you know, we will have those on tomorrow, so you could see them as well. So took a shot into Hunter took a shot into Gideon Hask. We're going to getting results now.
So 3 damage and expose, which will end up wounding Hask. 2 and expose and no wound. Okay.
Okay.
So that should take him to a total of, I believe, 7.
Wait. So not wounded?
That's what I believe he just said.
Okay. All right. Gideon had a near-death experience there.
Yeah, it seems that way. Now the question is what? So basically, that was the end of their scoring. Just 1 point is the problem again. So now we have Iden coming up. I mean, this
Iden's going to put a lot of pressure here,
and potentially this can really get away from Robert right here, if he, like, based off of just like how fast of a start the Iden squad has had. I mean, he's had the entire Iden box, so he's really been able to just lock down the bottom half of this mat, and it's really going to hurt Robert unless he can get some kind of a turn within the next activation or two.
Right, and it didn't help that he had to send Hunter towards that center objective instead of getting a chance to secure the top middle objective. I think he would have definitely preferred to be able to use his turn for that, but I understand why he went at Gideon, because I mean that wound would have been pretty good chance of
using a force for covert operations, which 100% makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So because she does make her a move action, that will trigger Hunter to sit there and be able to get a little bit closer. And what we're looking at right here is basically kind of to see where Hunter is. Can he maybe in the future make that five dice attack, being able to just come striking forward? So yeah, leaving Gideon alive on 1, I think, was a little kind of painful there for Robert. If he was able to flip that point, that would have been, I mean, and that's ideally what I think he was looking to do, because if he would have taken out Gideon, if he would have wounded him, he might have been able to get close enough to sit there and do that. Again, the Commandos being down already, though, also hurts.
Shooting Tekko.
All right, so shooting into Tekko is going to be the call here. With her covert operations, we were looking at a 10 dice roll into Tekko. Basically just 2 blocks, 2 fails, and expertise here. So we'll see what conversions happen. I do see a couple of crits in there, a couple of strikes already. Yeah, so we're looking at 4 crits. and 5 crits. 5 crits, 3 hits. So
Whoa.
yeah, all those crits going through. I think
Whoa.
Tech and Echo are going to be going down.
Wow. Oh boy. All right.
That's just pretty brutal right there. I mean,
I know I said more DACA, but that's a lot of DACA even for me.
yeah. I mean, they're looking at what 7, 8, 9 damage probably.
Oh shit. Oh boy. Ooh. This is
just putting them down in deployment is going to be rough. They didn't have a chance to get their any hunkers or anything like that. Yep, damage exposed pin, which was kind of what we were expecting. That's wounding them in deployment before they're still in the order deck.
Oof. If I was in Robert's shoes right now, I would be feeling pretty rough. Okay, and then with the Iden trigger, Hunter is going to get a strain as well. Wow. Ugh.
So no damage on Hunter, but yes, the strain is going to hurt because any of his active reactive abilities. Now if we see Vader move and he wants to move in response, that's going to do 3 damage to Hunter just to move him again.
Guess what, Todd? It's Shatterpoint time.
And here's the biggest thing with the Shatterpoint. I think this is it's a big card for him to pull for sure. He definitely
Robert needed this right here.
He needs it right here. He can definitely swing some points because it's up against him Charles is all the way up against his momentum. He really needs a 3 to secure that top point and swing the middle point. I mean, personally, what I would probably be doing if it was me, going with Hunter.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because
the strain makes things a little awkward, but Hunter is the best chance I think of affecting more of what's going on.
But it's
no.
Doesn't look like that's who he's going with here. Because what I was thinking is if he went with Hunter, you could move again. Okay, so spending 2 force to keep a low profile. He is going to go with Techo.
Oh.
Interesting. So keep a low profile with the 2 force with them. What I was saying, I mean, I'm not at the table. And punching Iden.
Ow. Okay.
And that was just a solid defensive roll by Iden there.
Yeah, that's
basically
tough.
all their blocks. Every dice converting to a block. So, but still got a couple crits going through here.
Sure. Anyway, what you were saying about Hunter, because you've played Hunter Obi.
Yeah, I mean, because Hunter's unactivated ability right off the bat is going to sit there and be able to move. You could have moved Wrecker up to the top point.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
And then he could have healed and then done like the knife fight to dash and get right there next to somebody. I don't know. There's 2 models up on that bridge. He might not have had enough room to get up top to actually put the attack with the knife hunter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I maybe would have gone a little bit more into the tank with that one. But I mean, like I said, I think he might also just be looking at, okay, what do I need to do for struggle number 2 at this point?
Yeah, because this one, there's just too much momentum on Charles's side of the table. Really time to start setting up for the next one. Oof, got the heal and reach. Man, it is hard to keep them down.
So after both of those attacks are said and done, Iden's going to be having 7 damage on her. She had some conditions, but was able to sit there and reposition to remove a pin. So basically, all said and done, and heal. So basically, when it's all said and done, she just basically walks away with 7 damage, still alive, surviving the Hunter or the Techo attacks there for sure. Looking pretty solid at this point in time for Charles. I mean, it was only moved one way.
Yeah, no, now he gets an opportunity to just set up for the next struggle too.
Correct. And being able, and this is a great way to set up for the next struggle because basically he has Vader. He can just have Vader move, secure that point up top.
Yeah,
maybe take cover or something, and then just shuffle him back in. So you'll have him for this struggle too. So he's ideally just in a great place. Yeah. So yeah.
Yep, just like you said.
Move and take cover.
That's
shuffle him back in.
That's what I would do. Yep. Yeah, very straightforward. Makes sense to me because now you still have Vader for later. No reason to go up and try and attack anything in the middle. Just spread out your squad and get ready for the next one.
Exactly. Now here comes the flip. Like hopefully Robert gets something to really kind of help him out.
Right. Because notably, Charles still has his Shatterpoint card.
Yeah, Shatterpoint and Vader still in the struggle in the order deck. For Charles he's in a really fantastic position.
Yep. So now Charles is up one struggle. They are getting all the objectives set up for struggle 2 here,
Great. And
it looks like it's going to be the 2. No, never mind. I'll let him finish first.
So it's basically the kind of the triangle. You have on the right hand side you have the top and the bottom, and then the center one in the middle. Pretty decent position overall for Robert. He's got control of the top point for sure.
He can he can pretty easily get to that one on the bottom right.
Exactly.
As well.
Now the biggest thing is the roll was not in his favor because it is the 1 point on the other side is the priority point.
Oof, Robert is not getting much.
He is not getting much
here.
love here. No.
Yeah.
Now here is the question of how he wants to go about this. He does pull Wrecker here. If he wants to go with him. Wrecker has his bulldoze move, take cover. He could get all the way to the other side of the board if he wanted to. So he put him into reserve, not wanting to move him.
Yeah,
going with Rex. Rex will sit there and be able to move Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I would move Obi-Wan to the point and then send Rex. Let's see who's available.
Oh, so no, he's not going to move him. He's going to end up using that to move Wrecker.
Oh.
Okay, move Wrecker a little farther forward. Get that. I guess maybe move that bubble of his a little farther forward.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to second guess it. I mean, like one of the things I think another option that he could have had is he could have moved Obi-Wan with that to put Obi-Wan on the point.
Right. That's
moving your primary a little farther forward can always be nice.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. But it looks like he's just gonna move.
Well, I think he's gonna be just out of range of Hask. We'll see. He did measure out.
No,
maybe he just in. And
okay.
So right here, so Rex is gonna go move, attack. He only needs 1 damage on Hask here.
Yeah,
so it just needs 1 to go through.
I would be very surprised, especially with that exposed, if Gideon survived this.
Yeah,
but
the exposed does go away. One block. Yeah, so 3 go through. Definitely going to sit there and get what he needs to with the Rex there. I mean, ultimately, that's the biggest thing that he was wanting.
Yeah. I mean, it's just unfortunate that he had to use Rex's turn to.
All right. So he does wound him, does reapply expose. So now that is a wound. So now we have 2. Each player now has a wound with the Commandos being wounded, Gideon and Hask being wounded. Other than that, Hunter on Robert's side still has 5 damage. Iden is sitting on 7. Nobody else has any damage on him other than that, though.
Yeah, it's again though. It's just tough that he had to use Rex to finish off Gideon, because really Gideon should have gone down earlier.
And Gideon's clapback is happening right here. And it was a solid dice attack. He got 3.
I know.
5 and a strain on 5 dice back into Rex. Everything's coming up Charles right now. Everything's coming up Charles.
Wow. Okay. All right. 5 and a strain. Yeah, 5 and a strain on that attack back. Wow. I mean, that puts Rex in a really rough position for the rest of the struggle.
It's
ooh.
Like I said, everything's just coming up Charles right now in this one. He's just running over.
All I have to say is so uncivilized.
Very, very much so.
Whew.
All right, and here comes the Shatterpoint now. I mean,
okay, all right.
Oh my goodness!
And it's staying on the shield.
It is staying on the shield.
Okay. Todd, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Like I said, I'm feeling a little rough for Robert here. I'm hoping he can at least get. I don't like seeing people lose O2.
Well, right, it's just tough because we know how
with
how much it
tiebreakers.
how much it affects your overall rating in the tournament.
All right, so he's going to go with Iden here with the Shatterpoint. He ID10 tangos the droid.
Yep. So those hunkers get removed. It's just this is a.
Yeah, the hunkers are gone. Just two. At least no fails here. He's got 2 blocks, 2 expertise, so that is going to help quite a bit. Only seeing one crit right here, but still not getting a whole lot.
Yeah.
Looks like 3 through, so not too crazy.
Yeah. Good morning, Brandon. Welcome to day 2 of Shatterpoint here at Adepticon. It's not recording. Why not?
I forgot to hit it.
And you can't start it.
Which turns into a 5 damage and expose. I might be able to pull it off of YouTube.
Don't mind us. We were just checking something with the stream.
But yeah, so yeah, good overall. Iden doing what Iden does.
Yeah, I almost wonder. Oh, hey, Antonio. Buenos dias.
Are they down? I thought they were already down. They're alive. They were wounded and then
Oh, uh-oh. Now you're going, let's see, no sé. My Spanish is, muy pequeño? Yeah.
Paquito, I think, is small. So basically, with that attack, just to kind of rewind here, Iden ended up going with the Shatterpoint, went back into Tekko, who ended up waking up from the other Shatterpoint, did 5 damage to them. So they already have 1 wound and now 5 damage again.
Wow.
And they have not actually. Their card is still in the order deck.
Wow. Oh boy. So, Antonio, we are doing great, but we're feeling a little pain here. Robert's having a pretty rough time. Iden is doing Iden things, and the dice are not going in Robert's favor.
Not at all. So here goes, but Wrecker's here, so Wrecker's moving to that back point.
Okay. All right.
This might be okay for him. This might help him out.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that those are the Dark Troopers.
So 3 damage to shove, couple dashes basically is going to help out Robert here.
All
so
right.
he's going to take down
That's
all 3
good.
points with that. So it should help him to kind of move forward here.
Yeah, this definitely helps this struggle for Robert. There we go. Sorry, Antonio. I'm working on it. I work for a library in a neighborhood where I definitely need to practice my Spanish some more. Took it in high school, but yeah, that was a long time ago. We're not going to talk about how long ago that was.
But yeah, so basically 5 damage into the Dark Troopers that are just sitting on that back point over there that are still in the order deck as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The flips are definitely have been in Charles's favor from the order decks, right? It feels like every time Robert does something here, the pushback is almost immediate.
Yeah, but I think Robert is able to really came back here. He scored all 4 points on this one, so it's putting him back in a better position. Now what we're looking at though, Stormtrooper Sergeant was the pull.
Right, so we're gonna see some movement there, and
see. The one thing is, does he really want to move the Dark Troopers who just had some damage put on him, or not? And I don't know if he's really going to want to do that or not. But I do see he flips a little bit of force there.
Might
Looks like he's going to use move the ISF.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is try and challenge that point that hello there Kenobi himself is.
No, it's not going to be Rex is
no.
on that
Oh,
point.
no, it's Rex. Oh,
Rex is
I
on the
keep
point
forgetting,
above.
because that's what we would have done. My bad.
But
My
again,
bad.
like I said, this is the World Championships. We're there's a reason why we're on here streaming and commentating and not actually playing. So, you know.
Yes. Thanks, Brandon. I feel better. And yeah, I do need to practice some more, Antonio. Today might not be the day, though. I'm a little tired.
You're a little tired every day. You say that like that's it's not
there
abnormal
are
for
some
you to be
days,
tired.
There are some days where I get enough sleep. It's great.
I don't know which days those are. I have not know. I mean, I've known you for about 6 years now, and I can't recall a day that you haven't been sleepy in the morning. So
that's true. That's true. I have been awake enough today that I probably will wake up earlier. I woke up 2 hours early today, Todd. Just wide awake.
No, that's good for you though.
No, it's not good for me. Sleep is good for me.
So what we're looking at here, so we do have Stormtrooper Sergeant that did to go ahead and move the ISF forward. Basically, now looking at this, Vader 2 is still in the order deck. What got shuffled back in. Then he also has the Dark Troopers still in his order deck on Robert's side. Looking over at Charles's side, he's only got Tekko, who basically is almost ready to be removed from the board, and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's the other tough thing. You really want to take advantage of Obi-Wan's patience by reserving him, and there's a strong chance that Obi-Wan might just be on the bottom of the deck here.
Yeah,
like, we're running out of cards here. Yeah. See. Brandon understands. We do our podcast so early, there's no chance I'll be awake. All right, so we got a coordinated fire strain from the Dark Troopers as Sergeant attacks it. Wait, who's Sergeant attacking? Jake.
Looks like he's probably attacking into Wrecker, as far as I could tell here.
Yeah, more than likely.
I don't see who else he could really be attacking into based off of where he is on the board. So, especially as it looks like from what I can see, he's right next to Wrecker. So he's probably just going to punch him right here.
Let's see.
Really not a whole lot there. It was pretty lackluster. I mean, and depending on what side he is on, he might be able to get a little bit of heals. So it looks like 1 damage and 1 through, I think.
1 damage, expertise healed off the coordinate strain.
Yeah. So just 1 damage, coordinate the expertise of Hunter heals that strain.
The Stormtrooper Sergeant healed 1 damage on the Dark Troopers.
And 1 damage comes off of the Dark Troopers, which again are still in the deck here.
Man, we're seeing a lot of heals on this table.
Yeah,
taking care of these conditions.
Well, Wrecker does have, like, just on his expertise chart, has the heals. I mean, if you flip over to the Omega side, there's a lot more heals over there as well defensively.
Wait, I'm sorry. Don't you mean Omega?
Depending on what part of the world you're in, that is true.
Well, in the show, they used both interchangeably. This is
Right.
like when they couldn't get Han's name right in Empire for some reason. Han, we got to go back for Han.
Right. But yeah, so, I mean, looking at it, he takes the 1 damage.
Yes, N7, the order deck has been brutal.
Alrighty. So here's Tekko. They're going to hunker and then punch Iden, so basically take cover. Tekko, again, hasn't seen a lot going on this match here. Pretty decent roll, though. I mean, we're looking at pretty decent roll here, looking at everything. A couple of crits after conversion. Yeah, so you're looking at 2 crits, 4 hits, 1 damage, just 2 blocks, so 4 down the tree plus a damage from the expertise. So this should put Iden down.
I mean, they're feeling pretty angry after getting hit so hard in deployment.
And they very well should be, because they are just...
4 strain pin, Iden is wounded.
Yeah, so 4 strain pin is going to put down Iden.
That's something, at least.
Yeah, so that's going to get him the momentum, plus scoring the points is going to be a win for Robert here, which is fantastic for him. He needed this win very, very badly, just to kind of bounce back.
Echo's shooting into the Imperial special forces.
And the follow-up attack by Echo. just go ahead and put this on here because that is a foregone conclusion that Robert is going to tie things up with struggle. 5 through.
Wow.
Tech and Echo
came
were
out
pretty
swinging.
Yeah, Tech and Echo were pretty angry about how life was going for them right now, and wanted to go down swinging because this is they depending on how Struggle 4 goes, we might not see them anymore. 4 strain pin pushed twice onto the ISF.
Wow. Alrighty then.
Negative free ability activation.
All right. So right now, basically, yeah, what we didn't want to see for poor Robert is that Obi-Wan was the bottom card of his order deck.
Yeah, that's not what you want Obi-Wan.
All right. Using the hunker to dash, basically.
And there goes Struggle 2.
Yep, Struggle 2 is now done. So what we're looking at now as we go into Struggle 3, Obi-Wan is in going to be the next activation for Robert.
And then we still have
Vader,
another Darth Vader and a Dark Trooper.
Darth Vader and Dark Troopers is what we're looking at for.
We're gonna have some heavy hitters here for the start of Struggle 3.
Yes, yeah, it's depending on how this flop goes, it might be a little rough here.
All right, so just taking a look at what objectives are getting set up. Looks like
yeah, Techo was definitely taking some notes about that angry young lady with the hammer.
Yeah, they might have borrowed that hammer, I'm thinking. So it looks like it's going to be the bottom left objective, the center objective, and then the center right objective here for Struggle 3.
Yeah, so no one's on the expertise point at all.
Yeah, it's not Obi-Wan. Who's right there? Somebody's there.
I believe that is the ISF that are up there on the but they're down right now. Gideon is down right now. So I think the 2 people that are close to where the priority point might be down, needing to come back up at some point in time. Oh, the ISF are not down.
Yeah, no, ISF are up.
I don't know if they're quite within range 2. It's going to be pretty close on that back point, which just happens to be the priority point.
That's a tight one.
Pulling Dark Troopers here is kind of rough. I mean, they are able to move all the way over to that bottom point, though.
Okay. Which unit is on the right objective?
So Dark Troopers looks like they're, 1 moves to the, basically kind of looking like they're going to take 2 points here. Like they're going to be able to move and probably looking at jump boots here after this. Yeah. So they're just going to jump up onto that center point. The other one is going to jump to the bottom point at the bottom, basically taking those 2 points right off of the rip.
Yeah. So just confirmed with Jake. Yeah, that is ISF. Not.
Yep.
And
scoring all 4 points.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scoring all 4 points. This is Robert's really going to have a big comeback. Expertise.
And
is the back point.
And the priority.
Obi-Wan's not getting there.
No. Well, I mean, if he had his patience, there'd be a tiny chance. But no, not when he's still into play.
Yeah, Obi-Wan might be able to take this back point, scoring 1. Here's the bigger problem that you're going to run into. You have Vader at the top, and he's in there. Anger, hate, aggression, down, punch, and just swing the lightsaber at Obi-Wan.
He's just going to shove him right back off. This is
right.
I mean, he will have the hunker at least, because it looks like what he's going to do is hunker, probably hello there. Yes.
Yep. Take cover, hello there. Put an attack. Put an attack into the ISF that should put ISF down. And it looks like someone was able to get a ticket to go and get the I Am No Jedi Con exclusive box. Last force coordinated fire to do a damage. 2 expertise, 2 fails. Lots of dice on Robert's side. This is really kind of what he needed to do, to sit there, because he needs to pull that point. It would have helped a lot more if he had the priority point. Looks like at least 3 crits in that roll. No, 2. 2 crits.
ISF's not logged for this roll.
And that's kind of what we expected here, is like he was going to be able to go there. So only 2 blocks. Yeah, ISF should be going down. The bigger thing is can Obi-Wan stand up to Vader here on the skyback?
I have a.
Disarm, expose, pin, 3 shoves, wounded.
Yep. Disarm, exposed, pinned, I believe he said.
Sitting on every condition.
Yeah. They got the rainbow here. ISF now has every condition on them because
Yeah.
they had a what is a strain from earlier.
A strain, and I think they had a strain and a pin on them already. No, they removed the pin. So yeah, so basically putting a pin, disarm, and expose right back on them, still with that strain.
So Obi-Wan's doing as much work as he can.
Yeah.
But again, like we said,
He
Vader's-
quadrupled up on all of the experts or all of the conditions there. Went ahead and put them down. So scores a momentum. Gonna move it back. It's another momentum for not coming back. Now here's like I said, the biggest thing here is there are multiple paths for victory. Well, really just one. He needs to come back. He needs to wound Obi-Wan. He's scoring 3 points right off of the rip. If he can go down, wound Obi-Wan, and flip that point back,
I mean,
then he wins the game.
If anyone can, it's Vader.
Right. So it is a path for victory. It might be, I mean, in your anger, hate, aggression, move, attack is really what we're looking at happening here.
Yeah.
I don't see any other options.
Nope. This is pretty academic, everyone. Pretty academic.
Well, I mean, it's like it's really just now at this point in time in the hand of the dice. But Charles has played a flawless game.
ISF completing their Infinity Gauntlet. Nice. Oh man. Yeah. Nope. Here's Daddy Vader.
Hunter is triggering his strain and moving on to the point with his reactor.
So yeah, Hunter
Oh.
triggers strain to move on to the point, which is
Okay.
fantastic. That keeps him from being able to flip the point even if he wounds.
Lower battle, he's punching Hunter.
So instead, basically, he says, "Well, Hunter, if you're going to come over here, I'm just going to punch you in the face instead." Which basically, he's a little bit easier to win because there's already damage on Hunter. I think there's 5 sitting on him right now.
I mean, it is hard to keep up with a Jedi.
A lot of dice.
Oh my word.
It's just a
So-
lot of dice.
So I do wonder here, since it's a foregone conclusion, do you think there is a world where you go into Obi-Wan instead, try not to wound Obi-Wan, then Vader comes up again and go after Hunter? What do you think? I don't know if that's right. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know. I mean, potentially, because then that like the next turn, you have an easier target. Like especially because let's say you were able to get enough shoves to push him off. Potentially, I could see a world where that is, but he's also in such a good position. I don't think it matters at this point. Four
Right.
four blocks is going to block quite a bit of it actually, but it's still going to be enough to put Hunter down when
Yeah,
you're
it
looking
looks
at
like
Vader
4.
swinging a lightsaber. 4 going through is still going to be enough to put Hunter down.
Yeah.
That exposed there because of anger, hate, aggression.
Yeah, anger, hate, aggression with putting the expose.
Yeah.
So if he put the expose on him beforehand, that means that he should not have converted that block. I don't think it really matters at this point.
No, it's the expose from the Vader gets.
Oh, the Vader gets
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That, a little confused, but that's the Vader getting exposed.
Yeah, so that definitely is like that puts Hunter down.
Iden trigger heals the expose, gives someone disarm.
Yeah, Iden basically because of the wound, Iden's going to have her trigger. It just automatically heals that expose off of Vader. And so yeah, I mean Charles just has had a fantastic game at this point in time. The with Robert getting that, he's still in the hunt. I mean, basically, when we looked at yesterday, everybody except for one person that went 3-1 made the cut. So he
Yeah.
just has to win out at this point in time.
Yeah. Having a little bit of
Okay,
goofy.
so-
It's oh my word.
Worst possible point again.
Just every break that Robert could get is just not
Yep.
lining up.
Yes,
and Brandon, you do make a good point. Like he did refresh his deck. There is a chance he hits Hunter here again, so he would come right back. Looks again. That's what's great about this game is there's so many different lines. There's different options. There's lots of ways that players can come back. Although
So here we go.
this could right now. I was gonna say right now.
He has Wrecker. Wrecker's able to bulldoze forward. He's not going to get in range to sit there and get the shove off though, and I think that's would have been beneficial, especially because it's the Dark Troopers that are over there. to do that. So now he's going to move. He has all sorts of the Force available because he just refreshed his deck. You might be looking at like a I wasn't sneaking or a haha yeah. Or I wasn't sneaking into like an attack and a haha yeah. I'm not sure.
No, Todd. You got to say it the way Record would say it.
No.
Ha ha ha! Yeah. But I don't have the voice for it. You got the.
I don't know if I have the voice for it either. I hear myself differently than I think everyone else hears me.
No, chat. Please inform Todd of what a sultry voice he has.
Yeah, I wasn't sneaking is basically what he was doing here to try and put some damage onto the Dark Troopers, because at this point in time I do not believe they have anything on them. So 2 damage onto the Dark Troopers. Soften them up a little bit.
Yeah. The thing is that like we needed Macho Man Randy. Sure, Brandon.
Now
sure.
he's going to punch into him. Basically 2 blocks, 2 expertise, 1 fail. Really needs.
I'm trying my best. Here. I'm not Todd. I can't pull off the voice.
That's pretty funny. So basically 4 blocks here. Like that was about as good as you could hope for on here. But 3 down the tree with Wrecker is also pretty good. I don't know if he's going to get the shoves to get him off the point. I don't believe he's got enough to wound him.
Yeah.
So the only way is if he has enough shoves, and I don't recall him having that many shoves.
3 down to 2 damage. No pin, they're immune. Shove.
Yeah, so only 1 shove basically. So it's 2 more damage because of the protection that they have. They're immune to pin.
I mean, looking at the distance, that might get them off the point. It's hard to see from here.
I think he's just in.
Is he just in or just out?
I don't know. He just put that down pretty quickly. Oh, no, he did. He got him off of the point.
Okay.
That scores him
something.
3. So clawing back, but again, here we go. What he only has right now only has that center point. Rolling for priority is going to be the expertise that Record just. So the point that Record just took back.
Okay, so
we got Stormtrooper Sergeant.
That's something. Okay, all right.
So with Stormtrooper Sergeant coming up here, probably one of the weaker activations. I mean, because what you're looking at, ideally, if he wants to flip that point back, he would have to come back and move Hunter off of that point. You're not going to be able to really challenge the second point. He could go ahead and move somebody. So, yeah, here we go. What he's doing is moving the Dark Troopers back onto the point to do something. They're going to take some damage, but it's not going to be enough to put them down. So they are going to be healthy.
Yeah, and then moving that other one over to help Vader out.
Help Vader out. It should be off of the point. I think there's going to be too many bodies. Yeah, he's not going to be able to. The body. Well, maybe.
Trying to tell. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. It looks like we're trying to figure out what's going on here. This is definitely a type.
Yeah.
Next 48, so 3 ones in plus 1 or 2. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, so that's interesting. All the 3 ones are in, and then plus 1, 2, 2. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so basically kind of just check in. Not quite sure if he's in enough. If he is, you have one. He would break the tie there basically because you have Obi-Wan in there. So I think he's just about close enough. And then Stormtrooper Sergeant just basically kind of moved back down onto that point. Basically scoring 3 again.
All right. This game. Oh, and it's staying there on the bottom left objective.
But Shatterpoint here.
It's Shatterpoint time.
Shatterpoint. I mean, you could. A lot of options here.
All of the options, one would say.
Yeah. I mean, so if you were to go with Wrecker at the priority point, he could just bulldoze. It would push Stormtrooper Sergeant off of the point.
Yeah, and then attack, and then attack.
And then you could also push. Yeah, so that's kind of what he's looking at, I think, is what he's going to do is kind of
Boop.
bulldoze to right there. It shoves both of those characters back. So now he can, if he gets one shove on...
Well, bulldoze can't push the Dark Troopers, right?
It's a shove, not a push.
Oh, that's right. I always forget.
It's a shove, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's see.
Wasn't sneaking, just wounded the Dark Troopers.
And I wasn't sneaking, just wounded the Dark Troopers.
Okay, there you
so
go.
basically, at this point in time, he's pushed one off of the point. I wasn't sneaking, and now wounding them can actually put another damage right there into, or put his irregular attack into the Stormtrooper Sergeant.
Yeah. I have to say, I'm really appreciating the play from Robert. He has been behind for much of this game, and yet he's kept composure, and he's doing his best.
He's
under
fighting the
these
best he can.
circumstances. Yeah.
Without a doubt, he's fighting the best he can here.
Because the way this game has gone, might have rattled another player.
Yeah, I mean, he stayed focused. Yeah, he's outside, so it is going to be a range attack at this point in time. So he focuses his attacks. 2 blocks, 2 expertise by the Stormtrooper Sergeant. One fail there. The fail will probably convert. There's 2 fails actually. Probably turn that into another expertise. So he's going to have 4 expertise. So he's going to have his full expertise on this one.
Oh boy.
And on the wrecker side for expertise on a range attack is 2 crits and a strike. So basically going to be 3 crits going through plus the damage.
Expertise chart also gives the damage and reposition.
So just waiting for the final result here.
4 damage, disarm, strain, shove.
4 damage, disarm, strain, and a shove.
Right.
And I think that's, about the best you can do there.
Oh, yeah.
Flipping it back, though, scoring another 3.
Oh, and the momentum cube goes flying. There we go. So let's try that again. There we are.
All right.
So scoring 3.
Scoring 3, going back to Charles here at this point in time. Priority's the broken all the way in the back. He has only gotten the sergeant at this point in time, so it really kind of just depends on... Okay, Dark Troopers again.
Wow.
That is pretty ideal for him in all reality.
The order deck has just been strongly favoring Charles here. Like, it feels like this has been happening a lot this game. Something happens, and then, just wake him back up.
But Robert's managed to almost fill up his entire momentum on his side of the board.
Yeah, I've been watching that. This still is an open game.
All right, paying for jet boots at this point in time, and basically going to move him up on top on an elevated area. Interesting.
Wanted to take a shot as opposed to a melee.
Yep.
Oh, going after. Yeah.
And shooting into Tekko.
Ooh, because remember, don't they have 5 damage?
They do.
Yeah, so, oh boy. Yeah,
So,
that's going to...
An exposed Tekko here basically means they're...
Yeah, it's almost a...
1 block.
Whoa.
That's just
Ooh.
brutal there.
Ooh.
1 block because of the 3 expertise. That exposed really hurt them there.
Remind me, Tob, have you ever clubbed a baby seal with another baby seal?
I can't say that I have.
Okay, just checking.
But that does get him the momentum on that side for that wound.
Yep.
That is going to put them down. I don't know. This might be it for Charles. He might have found his path to victory here. Because, yeah, he definitely will. Because, basically the wound gets him there. All he has to literally do is just... Yeah, pin, jump, disarm. So he basically just can jump right down onto that point. It does wound him. So basically, no matter what, he's going to flip that back point because he's scoring 2 and that'll score him 2 because it's priority. Plus, he already has the middle point. There's 3.
Yeah.
That's the ball game.
Yeah. The rest of this attack is just going to be to finish things off.
Yeah. I mean, Robert made a game of it. I mean, like I said, it was a rough start for him.
Yes, he did. He did at least get one of the struggles. So I mean that definitely helps with his overall record.
Right.
Because that's one of the important things in Shatterpoint. You do not want to come out of around 0-2. You want to try and at least get a struggle.
Second attack, move action, claim the point, win the game.
Yep. As we said, everything happened. There's the handshake.
But Robert played well. You know, I mean, he it came out like his order deck was great. Like, the order deck was great for Charles. Ideally, he just had the polls came in just the right order. Thank you for watching an exciting game between Robert and Charles. Charles ended up taking this one 2-1. Congratulations to Charles. If you want to see the full results of the event, the link for the Longshanks will be in the description below. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and keep tuned in for the rest of the Adepticon coverage that we'll be having out here. Thank you.